Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the last update before the finale of my Partners in Cream project pan. This project was started by Darlene and Steph here on YouTube, and I will of course as always have them linked down below, as well as the playlist with everyone participating. But before we jump into the products and where I am today, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start with the base products as I usually do. The first product that I have to talk about is I think the only product that's been in here since the start of the project, and that is my eyeshadow primer. This is the Lumene Beauty Base eyeshadow primer, and like I said, it's been in here for a very long time now. Eyeshadow primers take a super long time to pan in general, and this one is no different. However, I have made really good progress on it, and I'm really excited to show you where I am now. So as you can see, that is kind of where I am now. So it's really hard for me to actually show exactly where I am, because now when I use this, I have to really squeeze this over and like fold it and squeeze like super hard, and even if I don't do this, it's not enough anymore. I kind of have to like force these outside creases in, so it's very close to being done. I definitely foresee this being done before next update or the finale, and I think this won't last me more than maybe one more week of usage. So I have definitely gotten a really good amount of use out of this one, and it took me about 10 months to use this up, and as you can see, it was basically completely full when I first started. So it is really good value for money, this primer, and it's actually the only eyeshadow primer that I have in my collection, so I need to pick up another one. I think I'm gonna try the NARS eyeshadow primer, but if you have any other recommendations, please let me know down below, because I am on a hunt for a new eyeshadow primer. And the only ones I basically tried are this one and the Urban Decay primer potions. I haven't really tried anything else, so yeah, if you have any recommendations, let me know. The next complexion product that I'm going to talk about is my blush, and that is the Benetint from Benefit. This is just a deluxe size sample. This one is taking quite a long time to use up as well. It was about half full when I introduced this, and this right here, as you can see, is where I am today. So I did get a bit more usage this time. I definitely didn't use up half of what I had left, and my goal is to use this up before the end of the year. I'm not sure if I will be able to reach that goal before next update, but that is on the 10th of December, so even if I don't, I definitely think this will be done before the end of the year. So hopefully this will be done for my end of the year empties, or for my last quarterly empties. I'm really going to try to push myself to get this used up in this project, but if not, like I said, I'm not worried about this, because I think this will definitely be done. The reason why I haven't reached for this too much is because I'm also planning a lip and cheek stain in my Roulette Pan collab, which I do have 100 uses on as the goal, so that is something that I need to reach for quite often as well. So I have kind of had to split my focus between that one and this product, but overall I've used this 14 times over the last month. And I completely forgot to mention the usage on the primer. I reached for this 27 times over the last month, so again, majority of the days that I wore makeup, or I think every time I wore makeup actually. So before we move into eye and lip products, I have my brow product, which is the Brow from Benefit again. This one is in shade number 3, and this is just a brow pomade. It's not my favorite product, but it's used as a luxury sample that I'm trying to get out of my collection. I definitely feel like these brow pomades aren't my favorite type of product anymore, so I'm really excited to get this out. Last update I did have pan on this. I had pan I think 2 updates ago, but I actually had to melt this back down because the product was really, you couldn't reach it at all anymore. So honestly, I don't really know where I am. You can't see it through this packaging, and even though I melted this down, I can't see like any distinct line where I am, so it's just kind of going blind with this one. But there's no chance I will have this done by the end of the year, so it's something that I will definitely have to roll in next year again, because even if this is just a deluxe sample, this type of brow pomades take absolutely forever to pan, but I mean, it's working. It's what I have in my brows today. It's a bit too bold, and I think I like more fluffy natural brows nowadays, but yeah, this one is more kind of like the old, or like the kind of Instagram brow that was really famous maybe 1 or 2 years ago. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn on what to do with this one, but I think I want to continue panning it next year. Also, the tip about melting this down came from a subscriber, I think 1 or 2 updates ago, so I did that. And what I did is I just put this in the microwave in like a 10-second increment until it started getting soft, and I feel like it worked really well. It went a tiny bit drier after doing that, but I just put a drop of Inglot Duraline on top and it completely worked. So that's how I am using this, and I feel like every time it is starting to get a bit drier, I have been using Inglot just to make it creamy again. So no problems there, it's just not my favorite product. And that product I've used 20 times over the last month. I did not use that every time I did my makeup. Sometimes I just wanted a lighter brow and I went for some other products, but majority of the times I did use that. So I have 2 products to go, which are the 2 products that I've had rolling, or like the 2 categories that I had rolling all year, which is one Super Shock shadow and one bullet lipstick. So I'm going to go through those 2. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Super Shock shadow, and this one is in the shade Prickly Pear, which is one that I rolled in last update. My goal is always to hit pan on these evenly, so kind of wear them down, not just in the middle but evenly throughout the whole pan, and then eventually hit pan. So I definitely haven't reached that yet. This is where I am now, and I only reached for this shade 6 times over the last month, so not amazing. I mentioned in so many of my projects, but I'm panning so many eyeshadows at the moment, so I've been quite overwhelmed with how to prioritize my eyeshadows, and I feel like my main priority has gone recently to my Panos eyeshadows and my Pan palette, so that's why this one didn't get as many uses, but I think 6 uses is still a decent amount. And the majority of times actually I did use it more as a base and then topped it with some other shimmer shades. Although this is an absolutely beautiful shade on its own, it didn't really go too well with some of the shades that I was panning, so that is the only reason for that basically. I'm not sure if I'll be able to hit pan on this before the next update or the finale, but I will really try to do so, because my goal is eventually to have pan on all my Super Shock shadows, and it would be nice to hit pan on this so I can roll in a new one at the beginning of next year when we are refreshing this project. So I'm gonna pick up my uses on this a little bit more and hopefully, fingers crossed, have pan on this next update. Then lastly, we have probably the most disappointing products this month, and that is my bullet lipstick from Revlon. This is one of their cream lipsticks in the shade Pink in the Afternoon. It's just kind of a nudie pink color, and although I used to love this lipstick, I feel like it's not as wearable for me anymore. I kind of go for more brownie nudes or peachy nudes rather than these pink ones, but I still do like the color enough to pan it, but it's not something that I have reached for too much over the last month. So I've only gotten 20 uses out of this lipstick over the last month, which is not great, because before I've been around maybe 30 uses every month, so it is definitely less, and you can definitely see that in my progress as well. So holding up my paper, you can see there, that is where I was last month and this is where I am now, so it's not that much progress. And I did mention in the last update that I really wanted to use this up before the end of the year, because I haven't used up too many lipsticks this year, which is obviously a given, because with masks and everything I rarely wear lip products anymore. So I mean, I do wear them for filming, and I did meet up with a few friends last month, although we're back in lockdown now, so it's gonna be interesting to see how many uses I get out of these products in the last month of this project, because yeah, I'm not gonna leave my house. But anyway, this is not the lipsticks that I've been reaching for the most. When I have been reaching for lipsticks, I've been panning another bullet lipstick, lip gloss, that lip stain that I talked about, and then obviously having a few lip products in my Shop My Stash as well. So I've had a lot of lip products that I had to rotate through, and unfortunately I just don't think that I'll be able to use this up before the end of the year, because this is how much I have left now. But either way, I definitely think this will be done by the beginning of next year, so I'm not too worried about it. It would just be nice to have another lipstick empty by the end of December. So there you guys, that's all for this update. I have no empties for this month, but I definitely feel like I will have a few more empties by next update. So let's just go through those quickly. The first one that will definitely be gone is this product. I don't foresee this lasting for much longer at all. Then with the Benetint, I'm really gonna push myself to try to use this up. It might be a little bit of a stretch, but hopefully this will be done as well. And then I'm also hoping to pan on the Super Shock shadow. So those 3 products is the ones I'm going to mainly focus on, because the other 2 I definitely don't think I will hit my goal on, which is the brow product as well as the lipstick. So if you did like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out everyone else who's participating in this project down in the playlist down below. And other than that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys.